Facing a left-hander for the second straight match, Kyrgios has got a 6-2 win-loss record against lefties at the majors. Humbert played some premium tennis in 2020. Be looking to continue that form in the early part of what is an unpredictable year in tennis.
This is a nice element of his game. A lot of players don't take advantage of their good ground shots. Humbert certainly will.
It's a comfortable game held to love for Humbert.
It's so often rapid fire on the Kyrgios serve. So devastating with the combination of pace and accuracy. And I've commentated a few of his matches over the last week, and there were numerous games that were 50 seconds or less. A lot of talk about the pace of play, and they've introduced a lot of rules to speed play up, but not a concern when Nick's playing.
Quick game's a good game for Nick Kyrgios. He holds with a loss of 1 point, and the serve is often the key. We know he had clean-up surgery on a meniscus injury mid-year, Wally, and some strapping, some support on that knee last week. We haven't seen the same support. That's obviously a good sign for him.
Yeah, you wonder, given that he hadn't played for so long, was there a bit of... Was there just an element of security to have some strapping? He did get treatment on that knee in one particular match. There's not a lot of treatment you can do, obviously, when you've had some meniscus removed. It's more about strengthening the muscles around the knee. Not ideal at a young age, though, to have some cartilage taken out. Of course, it is the shock absorber. So you take it out, it's gone. You don't want too many of those surgeries.
Both his ATP wins have come on hard courts, and 5 of his 6 challenger victories on the hard surface. So he's one of those rare Frenchmen that doesn't love the red clay. There's comfortable movement by Humbert.
He's got the modern tennis player's build, hasn't he? Humbert, just tall, lean.
Almost Rublev-like.
The height is the key, obviously, for power on the serve.
I see the quality of the exchange from the backcourt from Humbert. Building in intensity and drawing the error off the racket of Kyrgios. Had a sensational win over Tsitsipas in the Paris Masters last year. Had match points against Raonic in the quarterfinals. Should have made a semi. That Masters Series event. Had a slow start against Ferreira the other night. A couple of first few games a little bit scratchy.
Agitated, didn't he?
Yeah.
Tonight, his demeanour early was very relaxed throughout the warm-up. The coin toss photo with that young girl.
Great work on that second serve. He said after the match that he was, really felt the nerves when walking out on court. You don't hear that too often from Nick Kyrgios.
But I actually think Nick, he has a lot of expectation. I think he puts a lot of pressure on himself. He expects a lot, and I think sometimes the nerves are a product.
There you go, the underarm serve and threaded up the line for the winner.
That's the time to do it. 40 love.
And like the conductor, he asked the crowd to get involved a little bit more. Well, they certainly get into it at John Cain Arena.
Thank you.
Great defensive tennis to keep Kyrgios in the point. And then he changed the dimension of the rally towards the end. 18 shots. And he's got Humbert on the hop at love 30.
And we talk about Nick's power, but he's a very skillful player. A couple of times there he just softened the hands. He played a slice forehand when he was at full stretch. He really is talented in the hands. Like, he really understands contact. Can change his grips, neutralise his grip, block, bunt, heavy topspin, flatten it out. He's got all the shots.
It's their half-court ball and poor execution on that forehand.
Well, he went hard early there. He hadn't really opened up the court. It was, might have been advised, just go heavy back cross court one more time, try to create a bit more space, but he plays it as he sees it. And that's probably just a case of holding it for a fraction too long to make Humbert commit Probably could have almost just lined him up at the net. Just put it through him.
Wouldn't be the first to do that. 30 all. A disappointing end to a promising game for Nick Kyrgios. And after a struggle, Humbert holds for a 3-2 lead in the opening set.
The lead was called, so first serve is going to be replayed.
Same result, different serve. And that's good composure from Nick Kyrgios.
The big problem for the returners is Nick can serve to all parts of the court with the same ball toss. So you cannot read it.
Let's proceed.
He just manipulates his hand around the racket around the ball on impact and sends it wherever it needs to go. Most players, if they're going to go slider, they throw it a fraction to the right.
Let's
over the net. Reset the machine because the ball is this high off the net. Yeah, but look at the replay. Look at the replay. The ball is this high off the net. Obviously something's wrong.
Yeah.
So reset the machine.
Will do.
I tend to agree with Nick there. That ball was a three-quarter curling first serve. I think that the sensor is a little too finely calibrated.
Those sensors do pop off under pressure. They're quite tightly wound on the net. A few times the umpires have had to get off their chair to reset the sensors. Well, that's a great change of direction by Kyrgios. You talked about the hands and the ability to manoeuvre the ball. That was on display there.
It's funny, he came out so calm. He's calling people sir, yes ma'am. Now he's all fired up.
Oh, that's outrageous. Well, in the last match, we saw the tweener half volley drop shot.
Yep.
You couldn't get three more difficult shots. You combine them together.
3 games old.
And what's the degree of difficulty there? But he showed with the drop shot.
Well, that's how he practices. He practices as he plays. He tries all these shots in practice. He's perfected them.
I think Australian fans want the great entertainer to become a Grand Slam contender.
They want a blend of the two.
There's a bit happening out there, so important game for Humbert.
So he stands quite wide on that backhand court, Humbert. You know, lends itself to a good slider, but very capable of just flattening out the tee as well. So he's a tricky customer being a lefty. He can slide it into your body nicely.
a little bit slow into
30,
getting into the position. He's a bit of a student of French tennis history too, Ugo Humbert. Asked about what type of player he was very young in his career. He just said, I'm a mix between Guy Forget and Henri Leconte.
Good.
That's a good mix.
It's not a bad mix, is it?
It's a good mix. Leconte had all the flair in the world. Guy was a bit more workmanlike, but a couple of lefties. And two great players, both top 10 players. Of course, Leconte getting to the final of the French Open.
Swinging serve ends that service game for Humbert. It's a bit more rock and roll, and that's the way he likes to play. Kyrgios.
Didn't need to jump, but that's just a little bit of extra show. So he gives us a bit of power, good coordination there with the jump. And the next shot was deft. Deft touch. He's got it all.
The ability to just change the tempo in a blink of an eye. The hallmark of Nick Kyrgios' game.
And no angle to work with whatsoever. Just straight up the middle of the court, and the accuracy of a passing shot right there with no target.
They've exchanged a couple of glances, these two. I think they're both enjoying the theatre of this match. He keeps everybody on their toes.
Good players. They notice everything. They don't miss much. So there's Nick, 40-15 up, just cruising along. He goes, where's the shot clock? I think it either stalled or gone faint. Like, who would have thought to look at the shot clock at that point as you're just about to serve? It was actually really nicely done on the return. That was curling into his forehand hip, and that's difficult to guard against. He's just apologising for the net cord, but the return was clever. Courts are fast. Novak spoke about it in his press conference after a tight match against Tiafoe. They're quick this year, and they favour the big service. So if you can make returns and build pressure over time, it's pretty important. Sometimes you're going to have a time to have a crack at it. Other times you're just going to have to bunt and improvise. Nick capable of doing both.
Nicely double 30 all. And suddenly the tension mounts. Kyrgios has return serve well in this opening set.
And that's another case in point, just the improvisation on return. Wasn't a quality return, but he made it, and that's on a fast court. That's what you've got to do, just get the ball back, get yourself in the point.
And this could very well prove to be a virtual set point for Kyrgios, the way he's been serving. Yeah, too good. Held that forehand, just rolled across court with great composure.
He's going to the Kyrgios forehand a lot because Nick will revert to just chipping it back on that forehand side, just due to the grip change. Not always easy for him to take a full swing at a serve with pace, so clever serving from the Frenchman.
He's made it.
Advantage Humbert.
Fine margins in this first set.
It was an aggressive volley.
Oh, brilliant. That is a ripping backhand up the line.
His backhand is such a simple shot. Straight back and straight through. So have a look at this. Pretty much just drops the head of the racket behind the ball, and then with that left hand just guides it down the line. Forehand's a bit more complicated. There's a big loop, big swing, and that's why he quite often reverts to just bunting on the forehand wing.
Big serve under pressure too. Found the corner of the service box. Game point to Humbert. There's crafty tennis. Really nice use of angles there from Humbert. He's made it.
Yeah, go over. That's in.
Yeah.
No way.
I was waiting for the call, and it's caught the outside of the line.
No way.
There you go.
It was actually a double hop, double neck cord. That had no right to go in.
Oh, it's a quality second serve with Humbert pushing into court.
30 love.
Big kicker out wide. That relieves the pressure somewhat at 30 love. Oh, he's gone for broke after Humbert pulled him wide.
30 all.
It's a low percentage make down the line from Nick Kyrgios.
It's a question, though, was he going to come back from there? So, all or nothing. just rolled the dice. It's not in his nature to play a high defensive looping ball and scurry and defend. He backs himself on his serve. He backed himself out wide there on the forehand.
Lights for service.
What are you doing? What's that?
I don't think we've got a camera that could pick it up, but I tend to agree with Nick. I think this sensor is almost picking up vibrations as opposed to a direct hit.
I must say his response both times has been just what he was looking for.
A little bit of anger in that. 2-14. That's impressive in the cooler evening air.
Oh, great depth from Humbert, just pushing Kyrgios to a defensive prod, really.
Use.
He's asking some stern questions in this service game of the Australian.
Advantage. Kyrgios.
Another one north of 210k. Of course, he's got into service clock problems last week when he was in his motion and was called.
Hold on. Good.
Use.
Good.
Serve volley on second serve. And it was a terrific return to the shoelaces to bring up set point for Humbert. So often the bomb gets him out of trouble. Two big first serves. Just to remind Humbert what type of player Nick Kyrgios is. We've seen that time and time again. Survives the scare. Levels for 5-all.
Impressive serving from Kyrgios in the end, but look, not a bad. If you're Humbert's coach, it's not a bad game. You kind of make the analogy between, say, a baseball pitcher. You want to get the baseball batter, sorry. You want to get the pitcher to throw as many balls as possible. You want to see him beat you with everything. You don't want to think that a pitcher or a server can just beat you with one serve consistently. So he asked a few questions of Nick there. I mean, Nick obviously responded with power and accuracy, as we know he can, but in some respects, it's the game that can lead to a break.
15 left.
To break Kyrgios just out of the blue, very difficult. You've got to build a little pressure over the time, get under his skin, make him over-serve, because big servers enjoy getting free points. It's all part of their ego. They're used to it. And if you get a few more back, you just get them to extend and maybe serve a little out of their rhythm.
30 love.
He seems to have a good demeanour. Humbert, he just kind of gets on with it.
Oh, tremendous hitting. Well, he's an accomplished piano player. Humbert, before COVID, he's been known to tickle the ivories in a hotel lobby or two around the world.
Wow. A few strings to his bow, not unlike yourself.
Game over.
Oh, he holds the love.
That's his dangerous side on return. So many double-handers, of course. They've got the added strength of the extra hand on the racket, and they can just use that at end range. But like Kyrgios, you're probably better off serving into his forehand, getting a bunted reply.
With the good comes the not so under pressure. And that's exactly what he's put himself in at love 30. Oh, too good. Lovely angle on the left-hander.
15-14.
Good accuracy on the approach. He covers line, which he needed to. Good skills.
These poor two, very poor drop shots by Kyrgios, and he's made to pay. Humbert breaks the Kyrgios serve as the racket is broken and takes the opening set in 42 minutes, 7 games to 5.
The question too about playing a seed in the second round, it comes down to Nick too, and I know he didn't play in 2020, but a lot of your points were carried over up until March of 2021. So he kind of maintained a ranking in the 40s, but if you're not seeded as Slam, obviously a seed gives you that nice protection, basically gets you to the 3rd or the 4th round before you play a really tricky customer. But when you're unseeded, second round, you run into someone like Humbert, it's difficult. There's no question the top seeds would be looking at the draw when it comes out to make sure they don't play Kyrgios. He could be selected at any part of the draw.
Now the winner faces a date with Dominic Thiem in round 3.
He won comfortably today, just losing a handful of games. Dominic Thiem was in Adelaide. He was part of that Adelaide quarantine group. He came to Sydney, excuse me, he came to Melbourne, and on his second day in Melbourne, he hit for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Absolute workhorse. And that was in one stretch. Just grinding and smashing balls for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
No, an absolute machine Dominic team. See if Kyrgios can build some momentum early in the second set. A seemingly comfortable position at 40 love. The crowd is back with voice, and Nick Kyrgios has got a sniff in this opening game of the second set. Disappointing halfway up the net after working so hard to get back to juice.
First game, second set.
Invariably, it's his camp, his support group that caught the attention.
Second serve dealt with. He's just got such an efficient game, Humbert. So suited to the faster surfaces. Good athlete, prepared to push into court.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're talking about. Just willing to lean on the ball, take it on the rise. Really simple swings. Straight back, straight through. The best shots are usually the simplest, easy to replicate. Head nice and still through impact.
We haven't seen too many easy points won for Kyrgios in his last 3 or 4 service games.
He stands a long way back on second serve, Humbert, and Nick has tried to serve volley on a couple of occasions and been burnt, but it wasn't a bad play coming in off the first forehand.
Yes.
Nick just starting to flex that left leg, and that is the knee that you were talking about, that he had surgery on mid-year, and he did get some treatment on that leg during the first week, the first ATP event. And his complaint is when he lands on serve, all the weight coming down on that left leg. That's where it bothers him.
And just flexing it once more. He wore that protective sleeve from a bit of extra support last week, did Kyrgios. Kyrgios the farther in the middle. Just Spent a lot of time with family, doing some charity work as well in Canberra. Spoke about that. The fact that he got away from the tour refreshed. He's looking anything but refreshed at the moment.
The tour will do that to you. It will be interesting to see what Nick does in 2021, what his schedule looks like, because in so many ways, even though vaccines are being rolled out, the world's almost in a bigger mess than it was at this time, or say March of 2020. Might take another 6 months or so for things to calm down.
15 all.
So I think this was called out. Didn't matter. Kyrgios had managed to play a little half volley lob over his head.
Well, he needs a spark, Kyrgios. At 15:30, he's got the door slightly ajar.
Let's for service.
Quite often when a player goes with a serve and they let, they will not serve the same serve again, but he did with greater accuracy that time. So it's difficult to contend with because he stands really quite wide of the centre tee, but still gets the flat ball down the middle.
40-30.
Consecutive aces, and this is a good sign. Humbert reacting to pressure well in this match. You can see showing his team some emotion.
Talk about his success on hard courts. Humbert, and the French obviously play 6 months of the year on clay and about 6 months indoors on hard court surfaces. But whilst he's got quite a hard court game, he doesn't hit the net too often from the back of the court. He's got good margins on his groundies, even though he's an aggressive hard courter in style. Maybe there's just that nice blend of time spent on the clay to give him enough shape to his shots. If he misses, it's usually long.
Advantage there.
One of the first times he's pushed into court. He's applied that type of pressure on Humbert.
Yeah, gee, 6-7 feet inside the baseline. Read it well. I don't want to be the harbinger of doom, or I don't want to be negative, Bash, but we have seen Nick flexing that left leg, and we've spoken about the meniscus surgery that he had mid-year, but he's a big guy. you really have to work at strengthening glutes, thighs, BMO. You really got to protect that knee.
He's probing away at the Humbert serve in this third game, second set. Constantly just flicking that left leg.
Well, it's like he's trying to stretch his quad. And sometimes if you, the quad's just been loaded up over time. It feels tight, it feels heavy. It's not a strain. Just extra workload.
And a good defensive play, and he's broken. Third game, second set. To a massive roar in the John Cain Arena.
Well, I tend to agree with you, Dave. Nick, after a couple of points, seems to be grimacing. We've seen him flex that left leg.
30-15.
It's a fine return there, good sliding serve. Once again, Nick opting to serve volley, but pulled up a little short. So he's saying, I can't land on my leg. This is where the problem is on the serve.
Dealt with easily up the line. He's loading all that weight on the left leg.
30 all.
Obviously, he's going to feel it more on that first serve.
And that's a limp. That looks like a limp.
Oh, he moved beautifully to that. That was great anticipation, creating the angle. Lovely touch.
Quite often when you have knee issues, and that's a big slide on the right leg, good feel there from Kyrgios. Quite often when you have knee issues and cartilage issues, it's not the acceleration that's the problem, it's the deceleration. It's coming to a quick stop and then pushing off in the other direction. That load.
Kyrgios leads 3-1.
There's his brother on the left, Christos, in the face mask.
Long-term girlfriend of Chrysos, just to the right. Dad and his sister. Sister, a very talented performer, singer.
Humbert serving with new balls at 1-3. Down a break in this second set.
15-9.
What was that, the Federer sabre, where he attacked the first serve? Nick just charging the first serve of Humbert on that occasion. Very brave at 197 Ks.
Could this work in his favour in a sense that if he's limited in motion, he's got the break of serve. Does he go for a little bit more on the return of serve and just apply extra pressure?
You're talking in the context of this set, but we're talking in the context of a 5-set match. in a Grand Slam, you just don't want to see a player
13.
pulling up short or hurt in the early rounds. There's a long way to go. And we've got high expectations for Nick Kyrgios. Along with Alex de Minaur, now that John Millman's out, you're sort of thinking he's the guy that can do some damage.
Let's for service.
Dude, come on.
14.
Well, I just gave him a rap about 10 minutes ago for the margin on his shots, even though he's an aggressive baseliner. But in that time, he lost his serve on a backhand that clipped the tape when he went up the line. And he's dumped 2 backhands in the previous game. He's just hit the net on the forehand. So we talk about a warm day in Melbourne, cooling down in the evening, conditions getting a little heavier. Just got to raise your sights.
Game.
Made to struggle, but holds. Kyrgios with the break, though.
Love.
Number 12 months ago,
30 love.
Kyrgios played his longest ever match at the Australian Open. Beat Karen Khachanov in 4 hours and 26 minutes before losing to Rafael Nadal in the 4th round. He's made it. A couple of times up the line off that second serve with Kyrgios going out wide. But not wide enough. Big wingspan on the left-hander. Caught the edge of the line. Taking something off that second or first serve, but not getting it wide enough.
40-30.
Just allowing Humbert's very efficient backhand to rip it into the middle of the court. Kyrgios serve volleying to not great effect in that point. Getting it beyond 200k and holding for 4-2.
Kyrgios leads 4 games to 2.
Injuries in a match are funny things, aren't they, Wally? They sometimes can flare up and then almost miraculously go away.
Well, then you'd have to define injury, wouldn't you? Maybe it wasn't an injury.
Love.
More of a passing phase. Gee, that's a vicious swing.
30 love.
Humbert dropped a set in his opening round match against Yoshiyama of Japan. Just after he lost to James Duckworth in the first match in the Murray River Open.
Good win from Duckworth there.
Yeah. One of 6 tournaments last week at Melbourne Park.
And there it is again, the backhand. That's well below the tape. So he hasn't adjusted for the evening air. Humbert, he likes to play that aggressive double-fisted backhand up the line, high part of the net. Just not quite the same energy in the ball at the moment.
Let's for service.
Nick suggesting that was a foot above net height. I'm not sure it was that high, but she's kind of under pressure, isn't she, the umpire? But it's not. It's an electronic call. It's a sensor on the net, which of course she's alerted to, and then she makes the call at net. Bash, I'm of the belief that we should dispense with lets. In general play, we don't worry about a let.
I must say you've always been a progressive.
40-30.
Well, there's quite often a bit of conjecture, and I'm not sure. Maybe you want to take the benefit away from the serve. So if it hits the net and just pops up and says, hit me, that's a benefit to the returner. I think it's a good idea. I will progress it.
Game on bed.
Had Humbert under pressure, but sends that long.
15.
I've got to say, I thought that ball was long.
30.
Is it possible electronic line calling missed it? Was it too far out of range? No complaints from Nick. He came out genial and jovial. Then he got kind of dark and brooding. And now he seems pretty calm.
Yeah, he's sort of back to neutral.
40.
Yes. Oh, too good. Ripping the backhand cross court, holding to love. And the fans have found their voice in this second set.
Kyrgios leads 5-3.
He lost his serve to lose that first set, and it just turned really quickly, didn't it? But then he can turn it back in his favour just as quickly. It's very, very unpredictable. Even with someone like a Rafa, there's this process to winning, to building a lead, to consolidating a lead. There's a process. You can almost watch it unfold. With Nick, everything can happen at warp speed.
Yeah, it's certainly freestyle tennis with Kyrgios on court. He would dearly love to break the Humbert serve and just have that advantage of serving first in the third. Yeah, good serving here from Humbert. Holding to love, and that's positive response. He's got a great ability on that forehand to change direction, Kyrgios. Saw it right there.
Difficult shot to control too, because he really hits it with a lot of spin. Kicks up sharply off the court.
He's made that on the edge of the line, wafer thin, at full tilt.
Kyrgios just gives him the thumbs up because Nick's backhand wasn't too bad to put him in that position, and then came back a little better.
Humbert threads the needle and just amps up the pressure.
15-30.
It's a brilliant shot. Crowd almost demanded it.
It's got a bear pit atmosphere tonight. John Cain Arena.
Machine off. Turn it off. Yeah, but come on, man. Like, yeah, but it happened to his serve. It was this far over the net. Also, my serve. Like, it's ruining the game. Do you not understand it? Yeah, but you don't understand it. You don't understand it. Look at the score. Yeah, but what do you mean? You know, it's ruining the game, man. How do you understand that? It happened in the first set. I told you to turn it off. Did you turn it off?
A very tough situation for Mariana Valjovic of Serbia, the chair umpire.
It really is. She's just going with the electronic sensor. I mean, Humbert, he was across to the backhand. He had conceded. He had not heard the net. Oh, there is something wrong there. That ball, it's landed too deep in the court to be a let. It's not possible.
It's this high off the net. I'm not playing until you turn it off. Turn it off. Right, it's this far over the net.
Humbert is not hearing it. He is conceding. He's only coming back when the call is made. The players are not hearing the net.
Set point. It's caught the line. It's almost like controversy courts Nick Kyrgios.
Oh. It's never straightforward, is it?
High drama every time he sets foot on court, and now he's got a set point. Second set to the Australian. And the fans are in raptures. It's a set apiece in this second round match. that unforced error count for Humbert did creep up in that second set, Wally, up to 22 for the match. His backhand under pressure broke down, so a couple of signs that Kyrgios can push some buttons in this third set.
There's just that change of pace. Just the rallying ball.
15-13.
And it's imperceptible, but he just fires the racket just that little bit quicker. Takes a few revolutions off the ball, adds about another 10 or 15K to the shot, and just stings his opponent for pace. This serve from the backhand court is very hard to read because you would swear he's going to go the slider wide, but even from 6 or so feet to the left of the centre tee, he can angle it down the middle. Good skill.
Great chance that was for Kyrgios. 30-all opening game, third set. Very makeable forehand.
He'd identified that was the shot that he was going to pull trigger on, so he's pretty annoyed. There was a reward to be had there.
Yeah, too good. In behind Humbert. 1-2 punch, big serve out wide. Forehand to finish the point.
He made it.
Well, he didn't win the point, but that was an outrageous shot midway through the rally.
It really, it's so skillful, like so skillful. That is incredible. His hand-eye coordination is superb.
Who would even think about playing a shot like that?
Well, he kind of guessed and he'd overrun the ball, but to have the awareness. I mean, I would have hit myself in the foot. Incredible shot. And it goes in. He doesn't just make contact, it goes in.
That's the paradox of Nick Kyrgios. The best of him is so good for the game of tennis. But the worst, well, that's for the headline writers.
But it's all part of the package, isn't it? It's the punters love him. He brings great theatre to the sport.
I suppose like Ilie Nastase did back in the day, and John McEnroe as well.
Absolutely. But the twist, of course, is both those players you just mentioned went on to be Grand Slam winners. Nastase, the French, McEnroe, of course, multiple Grand Slams. And we know Nick has the potential. So that's the the interesting thing as onlookers, isn't it? We want to see that potential realised.
Love.
How on earth did that go out?
That's a hammer blow. You can really load up on that forehand, Humbert.
Nothing of him either, is there? It's all just great technique, timing, taking the ball on the rise, body weight moving through the ball. Good summation of forces.
Yeah, just control the rally. Superb hitting, great depth, and she's got a very tidy net game, Ugo Humbert.
He tends to come in very much on his own terms. Nice and aggressive with the volley.
Comfortable stuff for Ugo Humbert, holding to love for 2-1. Oh, too good. Well, he's on to the Kyrgios second serve, that's for sure. That's what he said after his first round match and his loss to Duckworth last week. Humbert was talking about being more positive, playing the game and the match on his terms. Flick of the wand and the backhand whizzes by Kyrgios.
14-13.
Nick tends to be quite upright when he volleys, and he just kind of uses his hands to guide the ball. Doesn't really get behind it and punch it. Just requesting a bit of energy. I'm not sure whether that's from himself or the supporters or his camp.
I think for
everybody.
Yep. It flows through the stadium as far as he's concerned. Things get a little tighter at deuce. Oh, it's a really good quality drop shot. Good response from Kyrgios. Remember, the drop shot was the shot that brought his undoing in the first set.
But he plays the game on his terms, doesn't he? I mean, big points, if he sees it, he'll play it. He's not necessarily going to weigh up the percentages. Tends to play the drop shot more off the forehand wing than the backhand, which is unlike most players.
Amazing the way that Humbert has just aquaplaned his way through this match. Not showing much. Keeping all sundering together emotionally.
He plays at a high level and he just sustains it, doesn't he? Maybe a few more unforced errors in that second set than he would have liked, but he's efficient.
Yeah, well, he's not getting much of a look on the Humbert serve. And the Frenchman holds the love once more.
I don't know if I'm looking for things, but just Nick's serve, just the setup. I just feel like he's using less legs on his serve at the moment, just sliding through the ball, relying on, he's a tall man, he's got a fast arm. Just not quite the same leg drive on a lot of these serves. That was probably a bit more like his usual motion, but there's been quite a few where ball toss has been a bit lower and he's just really come around the side of the ball. Not sure whether I'm looking for a sign that the left knee is bothering him.
Jump backhand just to get a little bit more grunt there from Humbert. And again, he's got Kyrgios under pressure. 30 all. Remember, serving first in this third set, a big advantage. Pressure levels rise midway through this third set. Nothing sliding about that serve.
No. No, I felt like the first two serves of this game were low ball toss, quick arm, just sliding around the side of it. But I have to say the last few have been pretty full-blooded.
Yeah, some good pot. 212 and 210 down the tee to close out the game. It's been his go-to weapon for so long. That's how close to the action they are.
A surprise, I would say, for most fans if they come to live tennis for the first time and Kyrgios is in action, they probably get a bit of a shock at just how fast things are travelling as opposed to watching it on a TV screen. On that previous point, Nick was sort of admonishing himself for not going cross-court with the backhand, but he's actually tactically really aware, super aware. And if he makes a bad choice, he nearly does it out of choice.
He wants to see a close call. It certainly was a close call. Usually it does pop up. There it is, caught middle to outside of the line.
So this is by choice.
That's just full party trick, isn't it? Big second serve, 194.
You'd argue that's 2 first serves.
Oh, too good. That's just premium off the backhand from Humbert.
He really gets over the ball, doesn't he? He just absolutely gets his body behind it, finishes almost past the point of contact, stays with it. Caught half the line.
Oh, let rip.
It's very hard to defend when someone is this accurate down the line. He just picks his spot, takes time away. We've seen the backhand down the line. Now he follows up with the forehand down the line. Very hard to defend against.
So annoying. Can we get a new grunt or something? Because I'm doing the same shit over and over again.
He's dropped his guard. And that double fault comes a break point for Humbert. Not too good.
Berlin's 5 games to 3.
5 games to 3. Break of serve, and with that, Kyrgios lashed out, hitting the ball pretty close to the chair umpire.
Well, I think he actually... He actually hit the chair. He actually fired the ball and hit the umpire's chair. So he had received a warning for breaking the racket after the first set. So
point penalty.
It goes to point.
Yep.
Now, Bash, I know you're a stickler for the rules. Is it point point or is it point game in a Grand Slam? We must find out. Well, how quickly this turned.
And he's just taken his game face on or off all of a sudden. Nick Kyrgios focused totally on the chair and not on his opponent, and with that 3 set points for Humbert. As quick as lightning, he goes to a 2-1 advantage.
Pumping up the crowd, and yeah, I'm a little shell-shocked after the quick turnaround there. There didn't seem to be any trouble on the horizon. You'd made the comment that Nick sort of had, he's calm, he's in a neutral mode. He was just kind of getting on with it. The service rhythm seemed good. We know he'd been bothered by that left leg, but there was nothing to indicate trouble was close.
Oh, he's dropped his head. He's just still letting that point penalty. In fact, what's ahead of him? Love 30 on the opening serve of the 4th set.
15-13.
That was clearly in.
Yeah.
30-14.
I think Nick's a little bit rattled. Not by the point penalty, but by the fact that he actually hit the chair. He didn't mean to. And I think he's a bit rattled because I think he realises how close that came.
Snatched at the forehand. And the break in the opening game of the 4th set. Oh, that's clean as a whistle. That wasn't coming back.
That's that change of direction you're talking about. Ball coming across his body. No trouble for Nick to redirect. Just puts all the weight on the right leg. Firm base. Fire the racket head.
Nothing wrong with the return, but Humbert very quickly onto it, using the angle to his effect.
See how he just walked over to the towel there? I mean, he literally dabbed his face. I don't think the players need the towel as much as they think they need the towel. It's part of their pre-point routine. I don't think it's that necessary.
Well, these are danger signs for Nick Kyrgios. He's picked the wrong way, and Humbert has had no trouble whatsoever on his serve in the last 4 or 5 service games.
No, he's in a nice rhythm, isn't he? And lefties are tricky because there's not as many of them on the tour. You don't face them as often. And they just provide problems. But Humbert, he's very good. You know, he stands very wide of the tee on the backhand court, but he's got all parts of the court covered. And he's also got a nice ability to chase the ball into you. Ties you up, forehand hip, backhand hip, denies you a good swing at the ball. He's pretty effective.
Well, he got exactly what he needed, a soft service game. And with that, the crowd are amped up. And the net court conspired against Kyrgios there.
15 love.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's a bit like, you know, Andrea Seppi from Bolzano, which is the north of Italy, right up on the Austrian border, and he was kind of un-Italian in his approach to tennis. And here we have a gentleman from Metz, which is right up north, close to that German border. So maybe he's got more of that sort of Teutonic mentality.
He's playing like it too, isn't he?
Very, very methodical.
Yannick Sinner's north of Italy as well.
Yeah.
Hence the red hair.
Always get the feeling in a Nick Kyrgios match that there is another chapter to be written. Things don't normally just go to script, so see if Nick's got anything in the bag.
Oh, too good. Actually, a half volley pick up, just a flick of the wand into the open court.
3 games to 1.
He's negotiated some difficult situations superbly in this match.
My old coach used to say that one of the easiest shots in tennis is the half volley. No variables, just pick it up. Humbert just demonstrated how easy it is in that previous game. Nick fires another ace. How many is that for the match? 21.
Tough shot to make. Onto him very quickly. Such was the posture and court position of Humbert. He's found his game face. Stays in touch. He's pulled that wide. And the decibel levels just rise significantly in the John Cain Arena. He knows this is his chance midway through the fourth set.
Well, that's what he's had trouble doing, just getting the first point, you know, that love 15, getting it to 15 all, 15-30, just building a little bit of scoreboard pressure in the returning games. Tell you what, that is impressive. From where he's standing to get that angle. So there's, yeah, he's serving well to all parts of the court. So Nick, he goes deep in the court. He's looking for a forehand, and the Frenchman just chases him with a serve. Just slide a lefty into the body, and it just chases Nick. Brother Christos. He really does command the square, Humbert.
Sails long.
Positive error, if there is such a thing. He doesn't make too many poor shot selections, Humbert. If he misses, it's just a question of execution. And that was on. He was well inside the baseline. Ball had a bit of height to it. 30-15 up, it was worth going for.
It's like that backhand ran out of steam. Needs to keep his energy levels up. Kyrgios, game point for Humbert. Just losing the impact late in the game. Humbert holds for a 4-2 advantage. Up 2-1. And time running out for Nick Kyrgios.
Good serve once again, though, just to close out that game. Not too fast, but just finding the body, sliding it into the forehand hip. Just makes it hard for Nick to have a good strike.
Well, that's a great defensive point. Kyrgios just to defend the baseline the way he did.
Held his ground, and it was, I mean, he virtually half-volleyed it. If you're Humbert's coach, you don't want to see this. You don't want to see a quick game. You want to see him keep pressure on.
Faultless game by Kyrgios. And again, the pressure back on the Frenchman.
Gee, that is a good shot. Wow. I mean, he was backing away. He was falling into his backhand corner. I didn't think that was on. That's a lot of power with your body weight falling away. Just a quick rotation of the hips. Audacious.
53 winners off the racket of Humbert. At the moment, he's answered every challenge thrown at him.
That might be one of the more important ones too. Just trying to keep Kyrgios out of the contest. I always feel when I'm watching Nick, there's another chapter to come. Whether he's ahead or behind, there's always another chapter. I'm just not sure it's going to be plain sailing for Humbert to close this out.
Wasn't too far away from making that as well. He ups the wattage on that forehand. Well, the mounting pressure sees Nick Kyrgios earn himself 2 break points.
He can thank the crowd for this. They were loud at the start of this game. And Nick is playing with just that little bit more inspiration. There's a bit more firepower on every shot, particularly that forehand. Humbert can't find a first serve.
Thank you, please.
There's the difference when he does. He's going to go over to his towel, Humbert. He's going to take his allotted time. He did nothing with the towel. He just walked over to it.
He's kept that first serve percentage up around the 70% mark for the match. And this set as well. Still a break point for Kyrgios.
Wow, second serve. That must have caught the line. That's brave. Got the stadium screaming for Kyrgios. Pressure's building, 15-40. Second serve at 30-40. Cool as you like.
Worked so hard to stay in the point. Defensive instincts reversed him a 3rd break point opportunity in this game.
I thought there was a chance for Humbert to come in a couple of times there. Nick was at full stretch. He floated a few slices just back into the middle of the court. And earlier in the match, Humbert had been quick to come in and just knock the volley off. But he let them land back in the court. Bought Nick a little bit of time to get back involved. And then he overcooked his final approach. I think he felt he should have been in on the one previous. Well, we've talked a lot about the Kyrgios serve, for obvious reasons, but have a look at the young Frenchman. 21 aces for the match. He's only 2 behind Kyrgios at this point. Probably done more through placement than power, but 2 in this game when he's been in trouble, facing break point. Goes to the towel, and it's a touch. Nothing medicinal or purposeful, just a touch. The ritual of the towel. That is good serving.
That is so huge from Humbert. He pushes away 3 break points and holds with wonderful self-belief.
Well, they're not overly effusive, are they, the Humbert clan? They're just a mild fist bump from the coach. That was enormous. That was enormous serving at 15-40. I was just going to say, though, that just shows how dangerous Kyrgios is. Out of nowhere, he had 15-40, and it was only the absolute best quality serving that denied him a break. So Humbert was a bit ambitious on that first point there. You'd like to think, or his coach would like to think, that he'd keep the pressure on Kyrgios, because that's how he has to play. You can't give him breathing space to create. Ideally, you want to make your opponent work really hard to hold before you go to serve it out.
Too good. You could tell by the quality of the drop shot. Sound off the strings.
Crisp. Sometimes easier to drop shot, as it was in that case. When you've got a bit of pace to work with, you can just chisel behind the ball. Nick's played some beauties when he's had no pace to work with. That's more difficult.
He extends the drama, Nick Kyrgios. And he's going to put the acid test on Humbert.
Maybe he needs a little help, Kyrgios. We know he can do the damage on his own, but a few unforced errors might be just what he needs.
Oh, Kyrgios in full defensive mode.
He's hesitant to go in, though, the Frenchman. Right at the start of that rally, he absolutely had opportunities to come in and even take a floated defensive chip from Nick out of the air. He hesitated.
Humbert threw everything at Kyrgios in that rally.
I find that a remarkable angle that he finds, given where he stands in the court.
That's a virtual ace, unplayable.
And there's the variety. Straight into the backhand hip.
He's kept his nerve and now has match point. Well, it's caught the line, that forehand. And that pressure drew the error off the racket of Humbert. These are tense moments.
It's kind of coming down to the serve, isn't it, of Humbert, the first serve. He gets that in, he's in control, he misses it, and Kyrgios is winning the majority of the points. A late decision to turn that backhand into a forehand. He just couldn't buy enough time. Forced himself into an awkward position. Match point number 2.
Oh, that is magic. Under the glare of a match point, just flicks the backhand cross court. And the crowd are to their feet once more.
This will give us a pretty good look at this orthodox approach. And it's really just holding it with the left hand and a last-minute flick. Frenchman couldn't read it. Nick's enjoying this. Bit of tension, bit of noise.
Like a boxing crowd. Juice for the second time. Oh! That is a thunderbolt.
Well, that shows us just how accurate the Humbert serve has been, because that was 203, but he didn't hit his spot. Gave Nick a pretty full swing. It wasn't close to the centre tee, it wasn't into the body, and that's what he got. But it's been few and far between.
Oh, he's done it again. He's won 2 match points in that game with a string of magnificent ground strokes. Levels things up at 5-all. He's the ultimate entertainer.
We talked about the other chapter, didn't we? The final chapter, the next chapter. And he just fired 3 winners there to close the game out. Backhand pass, backhand return winner, and then just clock the forehand. Nick almost serves too fast to be a serve volley. It's coming. He just doesn't buy any time to get to the net.
He'll steer that wide. And suddenly, once more, he's in that danger zone at love 30. Come off a high of all the theatrics of the previous game. Is the ultimate original. That's wide. He served his way out of trouble in this game. Missed the forehand. Well, how about that? The easiest forehand he's perhaps had all match. Humbert puts into the net, and Kyrgios, with consecutive games, leads by 6 games to 5 in the 4th set.
And he drew a little energy from them. Now, old mate Humbert, he probably needed to do that on a couple of those points when he was serving for the match. He just, I'm not going to say he got tight, but he maybe just got a little passive, was waiting for the error from the back of the court from Kyrgios. It didn't come, and then he overplayed, but he's got a good ability to come in and just poke the volley away.
Had 2 match points in his previous service game. Oh, he's lasered another backhand. This time into the corner to give Humbert no chance. Easy power off the racket of Nick Kyrgios.
That's quite amazing, isn't it? It's almost a lazy swing. Players are separated by a big distance. He couldn't get bat on ball. So Humbert right now is going, how did I get it so wrong in the previous game? It's just the tension of the moment.
Well, he's kept his composure, and it's going to a tie-break. I half expected him to drop the head, and obviously thoughts back to those 2 match points, but it was all business for Ugo Humbert there.
Yeah, his demeanour has not changed, has it, throughout, whether he's been ahead or behind.
Knifes the slice in the middle of the court, and he's really enjoying this, Nick Kyrgios.
He is, you're right, he does. He loves moments like this. And he's almost toying with Humbert there. It was almost giving him a sense that he could get back into the point. That's where he should go in. Didn't matter that time, but it burnt him in that game where he served for the set. He let a few of those drop, enabled Nick to get back in the point.
Again, just flails at that forehand, finds the corner and brings the crowd back into play.
Well, for whatever reason and how he arrives at it, I don't know, but he's ultra relaxed now, right now, Nick Kyrgios, when he should be full of tension. You know, the match was just about gone. It's tight in the fourth. But you're absolutely right. He's enjoying the theatre of it all, and he's relaxed. He's finding more power from the back of the court now than he has throughout.
Too good. Taking it early, taking time away from Humbert. And he snuck a little cushion here at 3-1 with a serve remaining. Well, you must know what it feels like to be a gladiator in the ancient Colosseum. That's exactly the sort of atmosphere that John Cain Arena is producing.
Thank you, please. Quiet, please. Thank you.
Providing a little bit of a challenge for the chair umpire. Oh, that is just out of this world.
How many backhand winners has he hit in the last 10 minutes? So many rallies. He's been pushed around. He's had to defend, scramble, chip, slice. He hasn't been on the offensive in a lot of the points, but in the last 10 minutes, just flicks the switch, just clubbing winners from 10 feet behind the baseline. There's Dad.
The vapor trail's coming off that forehand. And with it, 5 set points.
This is just like practice. He's as loose as if it was just practice.
He's swinging from the hip, Nick Kyrgios.
And he found that emotional state when he was in the most trouble he'd been in the whole match. Down match points all of a sudden. He flicked that switch. Found some sort of inner calm.
A second serve ace, 2:19 down the tee. So nearly down and out in the set of tennis, Nick Kyrgios. He's pushed away 2 match points. And with a flurry of winners and some cavalier play, he's back in the contest. It's 2 sets apiece. Well, there you go.
Well, we'll excuse him. It's the first point of the set. Here we go. It's pretty amazing. It's out of the middle of the racket. He's not even looking. I could do that 1,000 times, and I don't think I'd make it once.
And you've made a Grand Slam semi-final.
Yeah, but I couldn't do that.
Well, he hasn't done that. It's a serve that worked so well for him into the body of Kyrgios.
And the one time when he needed it most, at deuce in that game when he served for the match, he didn't get it right. He gave Nick about 2 feet of width, and Nick just cracked a clean winner.
He's missed with that one. And Humbert's got the serve in the opening game of the 5th set.
What he did at the end of that 4th set, it's very hard to replicate. It was like a moment in time. It's hard to... Those sort of winners were extraordinary. That's a little more repeatable right there. So he's just probably got to be a little careful that he doesn't think that he can maintain that level of winners from where he was in the court. It was more the situation and the adrenaline and the crowd and the moment. He's got to settle back into a good match rhythm. Well, I'm going to say, Bash, if Nick just hangs onto his serve and pushes into that 4-all, 5-all situation, the crowd are going to go bananas again, and I think we'll see a repeat of what we saw in the 4th set. I think Humbert's almost going to have to get ahead and somehow keep the crowd out of it.
And that's the first forehand of that nature he's missed for quite some time. And with that, it's just opened the door for Humbert in this 2nd game. Well, they have the sensors checked.
It's here, bro. It's here.
Now you can tell from the reaction, not just of Kyrgios, but from Humbert, that there must be something wrong with the net sensor.
Yeah, I feel there is.
Let's for service.
That was pretty obvious.
Well, hence the reaction from Kyrgios, but the first one, not so. Big point, 30-all. Well, the sensor pops off now. Just too good. Stretch backhand winner up the line.
30-14.
Look at the score. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, but look at the score, though. And you're telling me
Down comes the chair, and on will go the censor. And this.
Look at the score. Yeah, but look at the score, man. It's ruining the game. It's ruining the game. You don't understand. It's fucking 1-0 in the 5th set. It's not. It's 30-0 in the 5th set, and this thing is still from the first set. It's still. Yeah, the second time, not the first time.
He's got to be careful because he's dropping a few F-bombs and he's already been penalised. He's already suffered a warning and a point penalty. So he's kind of relying on the largesse of the central umpire at the minute.
That's measured aggression from Nick Kyrgios. A lovely forehand under pressure. Had to take that pretty low and roll it into the corner.
Advantage.
Yeah, he had to get the ball up sharply, get it to drop quickly, but he's certainly capable of that off that forehand wing.
He's got himself out of a sticky situation there, Nick Kyrgios. There's a lot happening in that service game.
1 game on, final set.
I think he's got a point. I think he's got a point. It seems overly sensitive. You just got to be careful how you make that point.
That's that easy power, just taking a step forward, leaning into the backhand. Just hitting through the court. Let's see if Kyrgios can build some pressure on the Humbert serve.
The pace of this court seems to reward the shot maker,
15-0.
the person that's trying to create, make things happen. That certainly was. It's been Humbert for large portions of this match, but it was certainly Kyrgios at the end of that 4th set. So I think the match is there for the guy that's brave, and then there's always that element of execution that you don't overcook it. But there's genuine pace in this court. So if you can get it right. Saw Tsitsipas last night just play really aggressively against Gilles Simon and just lose a handful of games. Favours the shot maker, and at the moment the shot maker is Nick Kyrgios. Another backhand winner.
15-13.
It was a decent return, wasn't it? Into the body, cramped him, got enough on it. 15-30. Oh, the second serve fairly hammered up the line. You can see that coming a mile off.
15-14.
A lot of winners just flowing to all points of the court. And the majority of them, I think, are backhands. 3 hours according to the Rolex timepiece. You got a Rolex, Bash?
That's an insipid backhand and a break of serve for Nick Kyrgios. He's got the crowd pumping and he leads by 2 games to 1 in the 5th.
Kyrgios leads 2 games to 1.
This Nick's matches are never straightforward, but I've got to say, at quite a few points in that 4th set, I didn't see him as finding a way through. I always knew there'd be another element of drama and something would happen, but he has turned this around amazingly.
Whoa. That's absolute mint.
30.
His play under pressure has been oh so impressive.
But somehow he's found an emotional state where he's fired up, but it's not to the point of distraction.
I believe, well, he might have found his tennis zen in this match.
Yeah.
Feather-like touch to finish off the game.
It's taking nothing out of him. It's just flowing.
Kyrgios leads 3 games to 1.
It's not like he's paying a physical price to do this. It's just seeing it, getting in good position, making good choices, and just letting the racket fly.
Thank you. Ready for play. Let's for service.
Wonder what his mindset is. Now he's up. He's up. Hasn't really been in this position all night. Does his mindset change at this point?
15 love.
Caught the back end of the line. And the closest of calls goes Kyrgios' way.
Was always going to be in. Like, that's just the mood he's in. And that was always going to be out. It's just the way it's turning at the moment.
Let's for service.
Good quality second serve. Kyrgios pushing in to place pressure on Humbert at 15:30. Well, his backhand has worked a treat. It's single-handedly kept him in this match.
It's been the standout shot of the last 30 minutes. I can't believe how many clean winners he's hit off that wing.
Usually the explosive forehand.
Well, he can set it up with the backhand, and then he can sting you with pace off the forehand. But the reverse has been true. The backhand's done the damage.
That's just too good. He had a free swing at the return of serve, and then Humbert played catch-up for the rest of the rally. Break point for Kyrgios. That's the biggest reaction that Humbert's had. It shows you how important this game is to stay in touch with Kyrgios.
Double break, he was done. I guarantee right now, the way Nick's feeling, things are happening slowly. He feels like he's got all the time in the world. I mean, that was 182 Ks, that serve. I swear the forehand was about the same.
Please.
All or nothing forehand.
Advantage.
He's held firm under intense pressure in that service game. And Humbert holds to stay in touch of Kyrgios, who leads by a break, and 3-2 in this final set. That first serve percentage has hovered around the 70 mark for Kyrgios.
That's maybe the most remarkable stat, that he can serve at that pace, at that percentage. Shows you that he's actually serving within himself. Bit of showboating here. Kyrgios made out like he was going to play the volley. Well outside the line.
Oh, that's great disguise and touch. Well, he's absolutely found his swagger. Latter part of the fourth set and to start the fifth.
It's like a novel, isn't it? It's like a Tolstoy novel.
I was going to say, what author? If Tolstoy came out with some duck stuff as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
He's so uninhibited. Uninhibited. He's reduced this match to a training drill. Just that free and easy feeling. You're hitting some balls with your mates. It's coming out of the middle. And you're just kind of exploring what you're capable of. That is the Frenchman's coach. His expression hasn't changed throughout, but he must be wondering, how has this slipped away?
I think that that's the look he was giving.
I would say Humbert did nothing wrong. He maybe could have come to the net on a couple of points when he had Nick struggling in the game that he served for. But outside of that, it was the brilliance of Kyrgios that just turned this around. And there's no wing that Humbert can go to for safety.
Please.
Well, he picked the right way. He did really well off the backhand slice to get it back into court.
40-15.
Yeah, this Kyrgios is in trouble here, and even that shot there finds the middle.
Game.
Well, he's found a way. And he's hanging around in this fifth set.
Wind the sets back to the second set, and we were discussing the possibility of a leg injury for Nick Kyrgios. Remember, he was shaking the leg, stretching the leg, complaining to his camp about his left knee. Wondering whether he'd actually go the distance. And then we've seen some of the best tennis he's played over the last half hour in a long, long time.
Remember, whilst Humbert had a full schedule in 2020, Kyrgios' last match was against this opponent in Acapulco in February. So he's had a long, long time on the sidelines.
And you would have thought the longer the match went, the more that would be in Humbert's favour, just by virtue of matches under the belt.
Too big, too strong. And he's a heartbeat away from a third round appearance, Nick Kyrgios.
Thank you. Please.
Not sure. The Frenchman's quite appreciating the applause for his faults.
Good pop on that first serve at 200. And that is a very tight second serve. Almost grimacing now, Nicolas Copin, Humbert's coach, asking for something very special in a tense moment.
Another double. So he's a little shell-shocked. He's had that many balls blown by him over the course of the last set. Humbert, he's gone for a little too much on those second serves. And I'm not sure I could have predicted this.
Thank you, please.
Comes up with a really big response on match point.
Advantage there.
Two doubles, followed by two big first serves. Just to continue the roller coaster ride, which is this second round match.
Game there.
And a clean ace. Number 27 in the match for Ugo Humbert.
Seriously.
I feel the only thing that can derail this game is if Nick serves an ace, and it's called a let. And he goes troppo. Outside of that, I think he's home.
Forehand miss and 30 love. To be fair, Humbert did really well with a return at 210. Good purchase. Kyrgios in control. We've arrived at this point. It is match points to Nick Kyrgios. Well, that was sporting theatre at its very best. He looked down and out in the 4th set, but somehow found a way back. He owns this court, and the fans love him.
It's a repeat of the Kanchanov match, isn't it?